I swear to God, if I see one more Vegeta slander video, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sick of y'all doing this. I'm so sick of y'all doing this. Oh, niggas be tagging me. That's what I'm saying. Niggas be tagging me because they know I speak from a defensive standpoint for Vegeta. So people like to come after me like, yeah, what about this? What about this? What about this? And I always tell them, I'm like, look, first of all, again, we only gonna go about what's canon, right? I mentioned in the last video I made like this, where it's a content creator who I watch who calls Vegeta the Prince of all L's. And that is both unfair and inaccurate. Vegeta got the most wins in the show. People discredit him by saying he don't never win fights. That is a lie. He don't beat the main villain because he's not the main character for the 50th time. When has a side character in any show that you've ever seen beat the main villain? Name one. You can't. You can't. You literally can't, because that shit don't happen. The main character is always going to take down the main boss. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? And then again, people talk about how, oh, he got his arm broken by Android 18, or he got whooped by Frieza. Frieza was the main villain of the entire show, all the way stating back from the beginning of the damn Saiyan saga, all the way up through the Namek saga. He was the terror of the universe for a while. Why are y'all charging him for losing to the main villain? I swear to God, that shit don't make no sense. I'm gonna give y'all his resume again. Goku has beaten, the other way around, Vegeta has beaten Goku 3 times 2-0. He beat him in the Saiyan saga, broke every bone in his body, was about to kill him until Yajirobe and Gohan pulled up. He beat him again when they fought in the Majin Buu saga. They were going back and forth. Goku dropped his guard and got knocked the fuck out. I'm so sick of people saying, oh, Goku didn't take that fight seriously, he was holding back. If in a boxing match, in real life, in a boxing match, if the better fighter is not respecting his opponent and he drops his guard and he gets knocked the fuck out, they are not going to put an asterisk next to that loss because he wasn't taking the fight seriously. What's the number one rule to any fight? Protect yourself at all times. And Goku didn't do that and got knocked the fuck out. That fight was not over and got knocked out. That's 2. The third one came during the Dragon Ball Super movie, the most recent one, Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Whis picked Goku against Vegeta and said no power-ups, no energy blasts, no transformations. Y'all fight until you can't fight no more. The last man standing wins. The last man standing was Vegeta. Some people was like, oh, when Goku fell to the ground, he smirked like, oh, I'll let him win. That shit does not count because you're speculating. Y'all do not want Vegeta to get a win over Goku so bad that y'all start reaching. We only gonna talk about what happened. Goku has lost to Vegeta 3 times. The first one was the most definite one. The reason why Vegeta doesn't consider that a victory is because Vegeta didn't kill him. You don't have to die in a fight to lose. Vegeta counted that one as, oh, that fight wasn't over yet because your ass was still alive because he was a dog. Now let's talk about his wins. Killed Nappa, even though he was a villain himself. He killed Nappa, went to Namek. He killed Kui. He killed Dodoria. He killed Zarbon. He killed Jace. He killed the rest of the goddamn Ginyu squad. Hundreds of Namekians, if I'm being honest. Then in the Android saga, he killed Android 19, was whooping Imperfect Cell's ass. His pride got to him like any other Saiyan, Goku included. Like any other Saiyan, they let their pride get to him and they drop their guard or they get foolhardy and make a grave mistake in a fight. Right? That's what happened. He allowed him to absorb Android 18 and then he got washed after that. That shit would have happened to anybody else. Or do I need to remind everybody that Goku literally fucking quit against Cell? Then blew himself up and committed suicide. Blew himself up. That was after he gave his biggest op at the time a fucking senzu bean so he could keep trying to kill his own son. It got so bad, his former op, Piccolo, had to tell him, you're being a bad father. He said, and I quote, Gohan is not a warrior like you. He don't thirst for combat. He might be the most powerful person on the planet, but you know what he also is? A scared 11-year-old boy. He not thinking about the fight. He not thinking about power. He's thinking about why the fuck his dad standing there watching him get killed. Y'all want to charge Vegeta for that? Let's go to the Majin Buu saga. Vegeta absolutely washed Pui Pui. Washed him. It wasn't even close. Washed him. Then he goes and turns into Majin Vegeta. Beat Goku's ass. I'm sorry. I watched that fight. It was back and forth, but not really. Vegeta was whooping Goku's ass. That ain't even biased. Go back and watch that fight. Remember, he had Goku's ass pinned up against the wall, pause, with those fucking energy rings and shit on his arms, legs, and his neck. He was embarrassing him. And everybody was like, oh, Goku was holding back. That's Goku's fucking fault. Goku got shot in his heart by a sorbet and almost died during the Resurrection of F movie. Because he did what? What he's always been doing since Raditz touched down on Earth. Holding back. That is a weakness. A weakness that Vegeta warned him about on Namek. He said, you need to stop being so damn soft. That shit gonna get your ass killed one day. And it almost did. But he the main character. He don't stay there. People like to say, oh, Vegeta got whooped by Hit. Excuse me. Goku got killed by Hit. It was on some training shit, but he killed him. Again, we're talking about Vegeta's wins here. Vegeta beat a god of destruction by himself. Came back to the future and shit after they lost to Goku Black. Came back and went to whooping his ass. Then they fused because they started losing. What are we talking about here? Then when he fought Broly, he did better against Broly than Goku did. Goku got his ass slaughtered by Broly in the movie. I'm not talking about first Broly because that don't count. That's not canon. We're talking about what's actually canon. He did better against him than Goku did. Goku got dragged through an ice continent. Come on, bruh. What are we talking about here? Vegeta, Whis, and Beerus both said Vegeta was clearly the more polished fighter. He was the better fighter. That's why when they were training him on their planet, they made Vegeta's training harder. It's because Goku is more relaxed. It's very easy for him to relax his body. So these auras that he picks up get imbued in his body much faster than Vegeta. But Vegeta gets everything out of the fucking mud. Super Saiyan 2, when he went like a Super Saiyan 4 excuse me, not Super Saiyan 4, when he went Super Saiyan God for the first time, Goku had to have 5 different Saiyans pour their energy into him for him to achieve that goal. Vegeta did it by himself. What are we talking about here? And Vegeta has more attacks. To this day, you could go down the list. The Spirit Bomb, the Kamehameha, the Dragon Fist, the Power Pole, Nimbus, Kaioken, what else? Instant transmission. Every ability that Goku has, he learned it from somebody else. He doesn't have a single attack he created on his own. Not a single one. And if I'm right, he's the only Z fighter that doesn't have his own technique that he invented. The only Z fighter that does not have his own technique. Meanwhile, Vegeta has the most. Big Bang Attack, Final Flash, Gallic Gun, Gamma Burst Flash, and I know I'm forgetting one. Prominence Flash. And I think I'm forgetting. Oh, well, no, that one's not canon. I was about to say Final Shine Attack, but that's not canon. What are we talking about here? Y'all gonna stop disrespecting my boy. Y'all might think this might be coming from a place of bias, but everything I just told y'all actually happened. It's not bias. This is an objective truth. If it's in the anime, that shit counts. Let me say that again for the people in the back that's hard of hearing. If it's in the anime, it counts. And what we saw in the anime is that Vegeta's the better fighter. And then he just beat Goku for the 3rd time. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting my guy. I'm serious.